take a call on this final stages of this bill, of the committee stages of this bill, and really reflect on the title of the bill. And while it's a immigration amendment bill, is putting it into a wider context, but this bill creates a different category called protected persons, and they're not refugees. And if you look at the schedule we just passed, there's this refugees and protected persons, and the protected persons are really not to be protected. And so if I was to give this bill a proper name, it will be something around a protected persons bill, or how not to protect protected persons. Because it does create this crazy dilemma that we've now created in this bill a new category called protected persons. All intents and purposes, they are refugees. But we will not deliver to them the kinds of services we are delivering to refugees. Refugees come to the border, not categorized as refugees, but who claim refugee status. They get treated quite differently. But this particular group of protected persons that we've created this new category, makes no difference to their plight, and yet we take no responsibility really, because what this bill does, this protected persons bill as I'm now calling it, is ensure we don't protect them, because we will put them in situations where they will be in danger of mental health difficulties and other kinds of difficulties that the Australian example shows us. And so we are really, Mr. Chairman, giving a very clear signal that we don't intend to honour our obligations to the Refugee Convention. And it does dictate how we are to behave, and yet we'll take them and we'll lock them up and we'll treat them quite differently for long periods of time. And so I think that something around a protected persons bill, or how not to protect refugees bill, might be a proper name for this, because this bill gives that very clear signal, Mr. Chairman, that we will not be protecting them. And that leads me to perhaps another name, and this is, it could be something like the National Party's disinterest in refugees. One has to wonder, what is it about the National Party that does not like refugees? And I wonder whether the present refugee population of New Zealand actually understands that and appreciates that. Because here they are taking a group of people like them at an earlier stage and treating them in this vile way, this objectionable way. And so this is actually the National Party's antipathy towards refugees.
They're not refugees.
Well, we treat the others who come for asylum, and we treat them much better. We don't lock them up. We actually provide services to them, Minister. So why is it for this group, maybe only 30? The Minister originally intended it to be only 11, and lock them up in that kind of way. No, and the Minister, we presented argument after argument that there is no evidence behind this, of the need for this. There isn't. No boat has come this far, despite Abel Tasman and despite the Maori canoes getting here, as speakers from this side have said. Despite those things, there is no need for this bill. No, it has not happened yet, and there are other ways of dealing with this situation that occurs. So the Minister defends that, but really is. And the Minister says it's not national against refugees. But in fact, that's the effect. That's the effect of it. They do become refugees. They are part of our refugee population. The Minister is dancing on the head of a pin when it says these people are not. Because in a sense they are. And we have responsibilities under the Convention to make sure that we treat them properly.
That's right.
And there are guarantees in the system the Minister has designed here that they will not get that fair treatment. Well, look at the mental health statistics out of the Australian example, Minister, and look at what those examples tell us, and listen to the Australian examples themselves. But no, another name for this is the John Howard lookalike bill, because this is what John Howard did. And look what happened to him in the end. He might have won an election and told lies to the Australian people. And Mr. Howard did. The Prime Minister did. Remember, people were being thrown back into the water, and he lied. He lied about that. There's something similar about this particular bill that in a sense it is intellectually dishonest to say that they will come. So it's terrible.
Andrew Little.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.